Celerity, yeah, Celerity can join. You can definitely join in here. So you wanted to do a run, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, we can definitely do that. I'm actually the same way. When I was growing up, I never went anywhere with any, because I didn't think they wanted to invite me. Apparently they did, but it's just that they didn't know that I would say yes or something like that. That's the reasoning I've heard from them. You know, they didn't know I was available or something like that. So
yeah.
So because of that, they never asked me. But I still liked my childhood. I still enjoyed it. You know, now I can go out and ride my bike if I want to.
Yo, what up, guys?
Hey, Celerity. How's it going? All right, so you want to share your screen? We can definitely get started. Wow, this is a cool freeze frame. If you guys can see the freeze frame here, I think this is a pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little scary. It's okay though.
Warrior, I always go 0-2 and then I give up.
Oh really?
Let's see.
We can teach.
Yeah.
We can teach you warrior if you want.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
well, Collins is really good at warrior. I'm really good at rogue, so it's if you want to learn one of them. Then.
Yeah, I'd like to go warrior then.
All right, let's do some warrior. All right, so with warrior,
I'm not very good at warrior, so you're gonna be hitting this one up probably.
All right, my mentality of warrior is pick all the late game stuff and all the weapons, and
what a start!
Yeah, this is an interesting start.
Angry chicken because warrior can ping it. Right?
All right, so what we usually do in picks like this is we suggest we ask what would you pick, and then we try to figure out what's the actual best card here. Oh man, while you're saying stuff.
Yeah. So I would pick Cold Light Oracle.
Yeah, I agree.
I know you don't like it, though.
I agree reluctantly, but I agree. Ooh, I could get Quartermaster in my deck, in my arena deck. I want to pick it up, even though I know it's not that good. I'm gonna pick it up for fun. Yeah, definitely the Win-X. Yeah, definitely. All the weapons are pretty good priority picks in arena.
Yeah.
What happened to my music? What happened to my music, guys?
Well, the Patriarch is very bad, and Heroic Strike is usually just it can't be more than one card for another.
Yeah. So
I take the Cruel Taskmaster.
I agree.
Master.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
I think I'd take the Haunted Creeper.
I would also agree with the Haunted Creeper. Haunted Creeper is actually my favorite too. Generally in arena as a control player, because you usually get to use every single, both the initial and the death with it. So it's kind of like a 3 attack, 4 health minion, and then it has a lot of combinations with a lot of control-y cards. So it's a card I pick up extremely highly. And then Brewmaster is actually it's actually been discovered to be worse because of the tempo loss you get from brewing. Unless control's like the best style to use brews, because you can actually get 2-for-1s or 3-for-1s or insane combo swings. But normally, if you're playing a non-control type deck, it's not the best. So, but I'll definitely pick the Haunted Creeper here. All the good weapons are pretty high valued picks here. Together, who we are.
If it were like face forward, like right now we have a really flexible start, we can go kind of any direction, so I would definitely take shield block. I know Collins wants to go control. Sometimes I would take swords though, like if we're looking more like a face warrior deck.
I almost
Collins hate this.
Yeah, I almost never.
I know, but it's funny, they're almost like the opposite, right? Like Dancing Swords deals 4 and they draw a card, and you gain 5 and draw a card for shield block. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't hate Dancing Swords.
I do.
I would take shield block here.
Yeah, the reason why I don't like shield block is because in control, giving opponents value is taboo in the mantra of control. So when you play Dancing Swords, you're already like, here's a free card. Like it doesn't help the overall pressure of the game, because you're going to the late game almost every time when you play control. But if you're playing tempo, Dancing Swords can work. So I do understand why people pick it up, but not in the control style that advocate.
Oh, another war axe.
Nice.
You sound like that was a bad thing.
Me?
Yeah, you're like, oh, another war axe.
No, it's awesome.
Okay.
I think Creeper again. I don't know. Is Warbot good?
No, it's Warbot is.
No.
It almost never enrages, and even when it enrages, it's still not worth. It's still not worth of a real card.
It's like a mana worm that
Yeah.
never grows in a classic campaign. So, not so good.
Oh man,
You're not really looking to draft that deck.
I'm doing like a draft as well. I have a True Silver Force Tank, and I'm stuck.
You're drafting while coaching.
Oh, cause I was drafting. Okay, let me switch for a second. I was drafting this deck while I was doing stuff, and look at the deck. It's now as well. The Wisp is better in my. Don't be silly. Oh man, yeah, it's probably True Silver. But I'm like considering this pick. Anyways, let's go back to the Warrior deck. Alright, so here I definitely take the Hunter Creeper. I just think it's like I said, it's my favorite 2-drop, so I wouldn't pass it up.
I'd take the Spider Tank since it's a really good 3-drop.
What about you? What's your thoughts?
Me? Yeah, we don't have any 3s. I mean, Colloid Oracle can't really be considered a 3. I would take the Spider Tank, but I do like Execute a lot, especially with the task and the weapons and the Death Bite and like Haunted Creeper. Like Execute is basically just perfect in this deck. But that being said, I mean Spider Tank is basically the best 3, and we don't have any 3s, so I would take Tank too. Like I value Curve over everything.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just, but I'd pick the Spider Tank here.
Okay.
Oh, now you get. Oh, these are.
It's a lot of weapons though, but yeah, it's so good.
Oh, really? I don't think I've had like 10 weapons in my decks before.
What?
Yeah, and it went 12.
Well, Gorehound doesn't play as well with other weapons.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
true.
Draw them later, you
Yeah.
have to replace it.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
It is. It's. I would still definitely pick it up here.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
basically like the reason to play Warrior.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
Oasis don't have any 4-drops yet. Well, I guess the Death Bite.
True.
Yeah, but Whirlwind, I don't really like it, and it doesn't synergize good with our deck since we have 200 creepers, and the Talon Warrior isn't really that good of a card.
Yeah, we don't have really any board presence yet. Our whole deck is just like weapons and tiny guys.
Yep.
Want some beefy stuff.
Yeah, I'll take the Snapjaw as well.
I don't hate Snapjaw as much as some people do. Like it's fine. I think it's like a little better than a 4/4.
Yeah, if you can buff it up, it's really nice.
Cause we dance on the floor
Oh,
and around.
well, Blood Accelerator seems pretty good in this
Yeah,
deck.
it does.
Yeah, good
People
synergy.
always told me, be careful.
I'll
what
take
you
it.
do. Yeah, I'll take it. Go around breaking young girls' heart. Yeah, I definitely
Raptor
take the
seems like
Raptor.
the-
Yeah, I mean it's like the
Yeah.
same as Puddle Stomper, except you get another swing, right?
Well, the only other card I would consider Acolyte.
It is not my
Because you're
for
right.
the
If you're
draw.
gonna take
Yeah.
a 2, you're gonna take the Axe.
Yeah,
but,
but the weapon though.
Acolyte-
I remember Guardsman Bob once said if he could have if he could choose between normal 2s and only War Axes, he would pick only War Axes in his deck.
yeah, I'm a little concerned about our weapon count. Also, like Acolyte is a lot better with weapons, so I think this pick is not automatic. But and I'm not a big fan of Acolyte at all. Like I almost never take the card, but in this deck it fits so.
I think weapon. So I'm not even worried about though. You know, like this is how I pick almost every weapon that I can get my hand on because I make it to the late game and the weapons are just way more valuable than a regular card. So I just really value the weapons here.
Yeah, I feel like we need to grab some minions or some healing or like something. All right, there's a beefy guy.
I ask you answer says Collins. You have an ogre. Yeah, so I'd definitely pick the ogre here. Yeah, so that's pretty nice.
I'd say Shield Block since we have enough 2s. We have so many weapons that some life is pretty good for our deck.
I actually love the Crow Taskmaster here. Alright, a very common play we can do is Haunted Creeper into Taskmaster, make the Haunted Creeper a 3/1, then you hit the Haunted Creeper, trade with whatever 2-drop he summons, and then have a 1/1/1/1 and a 2/1 to deal with his turn 3 play. Even if he plays, you know, a spider attack, we can trade up and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it's also strong with, like, well, we're probably not going to play Raider on 2 very often with the 3 War Axes, but it is strong with random 2/3s to help ping off other 2/3s. But yeah, I like Taskmaster more, I think. Although, yeah, I'm a little tempted by Shield Block just because we have so many weapons, but I think I'd still pick that.
Yeah, Shield Block's tempting, but minions usually get played
It doesn't help us get on the board, which is what this deck needs.
So, Taskmaster?
You're funny to watch, man. Oh, I hope that's a compliment.
Pretty easy spider tank, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty easy spider tank.
I take the Armor Smith.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
Really?
I mean, Knife Juggler is so good.
Yeah, I definitely take the Knife Juggler. It's a little too good compared to the other cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. We got synergy with Haunted Creeper.
Yeah, I definitely take the Knife
Cube
Juggler. I mean, you have to. Yeah.
That's actually a really good card here, yeah.
Yeah, it is. With all the weapons that we have.
Oh my god.
Oh man. I know what I want. I know what I want.
Well, it's not Jeeves, right?
It is Jeeves.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Definitely Jeeves.
Come on.
No, for sure.
This is Jeeves is like the worst possible card.
No, Jeeves is like the best possible card in here.
You're gonna have weapons sitting in your hand. You're not gonna be able to play.
No, you.
And your opponent gets to refill their hand. With
I'd veto you. I'm saying Jeeves is amazing here. You just play Jeeves and you throw everything away, and you just and we don't have that much.
You have too many weapons to do that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You'll just throw all your cards away, all the 2-drops, and then you'll just get new stuff. And then the weapons, there's whatever. Maybe you'll have 1 or 2 weapons in your hand, but. This curve is very heavy.
I don't agree. I think Mortal Strike's way better. I don't think Jeeves does anything.
I think Jeeves is way better.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think Mortal Strike does anything.
Does 6 damage because we're always going to be over less health. Because this the heck is all.
Well, I want to say that I for sure think the Jeeves is a better card here.
Even if Mortal Strike were just like deal 3 damage, I would still take it over Jeeves every time.
I would never take it if it dealt 3 damage. It would be useless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big Jeeves. We'll think about it every time.
Yeah, we'll definitely think about it. I'll be like, would Mortal Strike have been better here? But I definitely want the Jeeves. I think Jeeves gets less credit than it deserves.
This deck is going to have too many cards that are sitting in hand. Like, we have too many situational utility cards and weapons, and we have Gorehowl. Like, it's going to be really awkward.
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I play Control with a lot of Jeeves, personally. I don't know if you guys do, but I play a lot of Jeeves Control.
Spiteful Smith is like absolutely amazing in this deck.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's hard to argue that it's not.
Yeah, we have pings, a million weapons, that play. It's just awesome. It's another weapon.
No, that is a weapon.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I don't like any of these cards, but
yeah,
I would take Wolf Rider.
I'd take the Wolf Rider.
Yeah, I'd also take the Wolf Rider. I'm glad everyone goes on the same page here.
So far, I don't really see
Play-Doh Lobster, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't like to overthink too much. I like to give it like a baseline.
Okay, let's not think about
it. No, Collins.
What? I don't overthink.
You can't lie to me after watching the stream for a while. I think you had one draft that took like half an hour.
I've had drafts that take 2 hours before.
Or so.
Okay, so I know just.
If you don't want to think, you should just take Wormhole, because then you don't.
Have to think I definitely take the Wolf Rider here.
Execute's too good.
Yeah, Execute's too good here.
I mean, I want.
We don't really have any good 4s yet.
Yeah, but it's just it kills anything in this deck. It's like unconditional 1-mana removal in this deck, basically. You have so many pings. The whole deck is pings.
Yeah, the whole deck is pings. Exactly. That's a good point. Definitely take the Execute. Like, all the Executes, except for that one we skipped.
Yep. I mean, it's going to kill their 4-drop. That's the thing. It's like... So it's actually better than a 4-drop most of the time.
Oh, I really should be putting this into the deck tracker while
Yeah.
While this is all going on.
I don't know. I mean, this one's obviously closer, but I would still take execute.
Yeah, I don't think it's closer. I think execute's still just way better.
Certainly. I mean, Silverhand Knight's a good card, but
Yeah, I know, but execute, man.
yeah. How many mechs do we have? I mean, okay, even if we didn't, well, I guess if we didn't have any mechs, the Iron Fur is better, but we have
2 spider tanks and a
Yeah, we got
Hillbot.
Jeeves.
And Jeeves and a Hillbot. Yeah, I think that's enough to pick
And a
the.
Hillbot.
yeah, it's enough.
I
Yeah,
would go for Cleave.
Yeah, definitely go for Cleave as well.
really, I would actually take Novice Engineer.
Why? What's the argument here?
So I think our deck is pretty strong, but it suffers from lacking like we need to draw out a specific cards to make our curve better. And I don't think Cleave is like an effect that we need, because I think we have too much early game control, and I just don't think the Cleave is ever. I don't think they're ever gonna have 2 things in play at once.
I do.
And I think for like the mid game, we have Execute for a tempo play. I just think the Cleave is gonna be dead in our hand. And it's really bad for Jeeves.
I disagree. Alright, let me. Okay, so I've fought a lot of warriors. I've lost to Cleave. I've never lost to a novice engineer. I think Cleave.
Yeah,
Cleave can you can play knowing you have a Cleave in your hand. That's one thing you can do with removal. You can play like you can bait your opponent into playing into a perfect Cleave a lot of times, and that can screw them over. And I don't even feel we need all the draw with the Jeeves and the what's it called, Colite Oracle as well. I just think we need.
I think, like,
we just have to make sure he doesn't have anything, and Cleave does a lot of work in that direction.
I think like in an otherwise strong deck with some glaring weaknesses, you want to have more consistency, which means card draw. And the Cleave really just doesn't do anything that we need. Like in a deck with 3 War Axes and a bunch of 2-drops, it's really hard to use Cleave in the early game, and you're just going to be holding it and wishing that it was a cycle and wishing that you could just draw a card with it.
Nah.
And that's where Novice Engineer would be better.
I think we just hold it until we need it.
But you don't want to hold it. You want to play a card that can just cycle and draw you to your 5, draw you to your 6, because this deck has so few of them.
I'd still pick the Cleave here. I'm not convinced. I know.
Okay.
I know if I just drafted myself, I'd pick Cleave every time. Not gonna change. I definitely want the Cleave here.
Okay, take Cleave.
I'd take the Corcoran.
That was really good though.
Yeah, definitely the Ogre.
The only 2 4-drops. Well, so far we have like the only 4-drop really that we have that we can play on turn 4 is the Snapjaw, and it will stay for at least a turn. Like the Corcoran will most likely get removed instantly. The Jeeves isn't really gonna be a turn 4 play, and we have the weapons, so that's why I really like the Violet Teacher. But we only have 4 spells, which is why I like it a little bit less. I don't think we'll ever our opponent will ever have over 3 minions on his field, so I'm not gonna take the man control.
No, definitely not mind control
at all. And we have some pretty good 3s. But our deck looks like we're gonna be going face a lot, which is why the Argent Commander seems like a really good pick. Since,
I would pretty much take Argent.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Violet Teacher just being a vanilla 3/5.
I didn't even see Violet Teacher. All I saw was Mind Control Tech and Argent, and I wanted the Argent, but I would consider the Mind Control Tech in case we get behind. It's
really good value. It's going to do more than the Violet Teacher. Their board's going to be pretty clear up until turn 5-ish, so I'm not that worried about not having 4s. I'm mostly just worried that we... I don't know. I'm not sure how we win, to be honest.
We win just by overvaluing value trading.
It's just really hard to do that with your face. Like if we were taking too much damage from our weapons, I feel like
I think we're fine. Well, you said you wanted to learn Warrior, right? So let's just learn Warrior.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. I think you're playing aggro Warrior, and I don't think it works too well.
No. I don't try to play aggro Warrior. I don't think it works.
All right. I'd definitely pick the Argent here.
Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.